Hello, welcome back to the Novice Lumberjack, where I have here my stunning, this thing is really nice, isn't it? I got this from Scott. This is the fucking beloved, the just highly sought after by collectors, 2156. Now I will say that it is the C model. C, as far as I know, stands for catalytic. I don't know, but it's kind of it's EPA and stuff. It did not have that automatic decomp, so don't even ask about that. But I've replaced the muffler with a regular open can. It's modded. I got a 3/4 inch pipe coming out of it. I just got finished porting it a couple days ago, and honestly I've been sitting and waiting, trying to decide what to do. And with the port job, I got the numbers right here. I cut 40 thousandths of an inch out of the combustion chamber, set the squish to 18 thousandths. The intake opens at 80, the exhaust opens at 101, and the transfers open at 118. And so extremely common numbers. But whenever I did a compression test on this thing, well, I'll show you the image right here. So best I can tell, it's about 240 to 250 pounds of compression, which in my opinion is far too much. And so that's why I haven't put this thing in the wood yet, because I've been mulling it over. What am I going to do, kind of thing. But I have started it up. And I will say that with this, putting it back together, sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. I don't think it's needed, but on this one, I used just a 2-stroke oil, assembly lube. Because, it doesn't hurt. Why not? And, sometimes I do it. Most of the times, though, I got to say I don't, but I did on this one. And I'm wondering if that assembly lube is what's causing me to have such a high compression readout. So, come on, get started. Let's go. Come on. Jesus, come on. There we go, jeez. So I did fire it up, and so now all of that assembly lube is going to be gone, so I'm going to do another compression test, and we will see where it's at. The first pull gets it to 140. Why is it doing that? Oh, I know. All right, that's not nearly as bad. So see that? That's probably about 210 or so. Yeah, baby. Okay, I feel a lot better about it now. See that? So before, man, that needle was pegged. So I'm looking at now, it's probably seriously 210. All right. I feel very comfortable running this any which way I want to at this point. Before, at 250, I just felt like it was going to get hot. It was going to overheat on me. I had all kinds of thoughts, right? But now, after seeing that, oh yeah, I'm going to give it a shot in the wood. So now, that thing was forcing this plastic cover to rub up against the flywheel. Yeah, that funny noise is gone now. Okay, so now that we have more normal compression, I'm gonna say, let's put this beautiful redhead on some wood. Okay, so here we are. The 2156, I am really stoked about this. Hopefully it runs right. This is the same thing as a Husqvarna 357. It's just a hell of a lot prettier. So let's see if this one works out for me. If you watch the channel, you know that I've been having a shit ton of problems with a very specific Husqvarna 357 XP. To about 13,600. Let's give it some more. It got as low as 12,200. But it did start out, it was a lot higher than that. So let's try to give it a little bit more fuel, see if that does anything. It dropped all the way down to 11.5 that time. Let's crank it up. Still at like 13.6. I think maybe this has a limited coil on it. RPM that time. Same thing. Getting down about 11.5, 11.6. So we'll give it more fuel. If we're not gaining RPM, might as well keep it safe. Give us some more fuel. I don't know. We're searching here. Okay, that's his peak tune right there. I was having all kinds of issues, probably because I started out too lean. I mean, it's not running hot. It's cool. It's good. But I decided, I just couldn't. I was seeing no changes whenever I was making the jetting changes. Back and forth. I'm just seeing no changes. So finally, right there, I richened it up so fat that I knew that I was fat. And then I turned the high screw in until it cleaned up all the way. So that's its peak tune right there. And what we were at is, somewhere, we were over 11,000 RPMs the whole time. But honestly, I don't think it dropped below 11.3, maybe 11.5. And this is it's nothing wrong, nothing bad, nothing crazy. It's a pretty hungry chain, but it's also pretty damn sharp. And it's cutting through this really nice. I'm very proud to say that I sharpened it. This is a hand-filed C83 that I sharpened. I'm getting pretty darn good at it if I actually pay attention and care, But anyway, so what we want to focus on with this right here is that I think no, I didn't. I had this exact same chain and bar and chain setup on the 357. And the 357, while I'm having problems with it, it did pull similar RPM, somewhere high 11s, low 12s. This one is pretty well sticking into the mid to high 11s. So I think that compression is killing it. It's not that bad. 210 is not that bad, but it does give me room to where I think that this thing would benefit from raising the roof just a little bit. All right, it's at 101 now. If I raised it to say like 99, maybe 98, then I would still keep good compression. I'd be at about a 180 probably, because it's at 210, it would probably go to about 180, maybe a little bit less, but it would be able to rev freer, which that's probably what this thing wants to do anyways. And so I might go back in there and raise that roof to get it higher RPMs, because in this same wood, different chain, mind you, different chain, the Husqvarna 562 XP Mark Deuces was capable of pulling 12,300 RPMs, and the Makita, and the 12,300 was the lowest on the 562 Mark II. The Makita 6100, the lowest it was in this wood was like 13.2. So great saw, really digging on it. But honestly, as it is right now, listen, I've got a lot of experience with really strong running saws at this point. If I was just a regular dude, I'd be creaming in my jeans right now. That thing's awesome. But whenever it comes to chainsaws, at this point, I'm not a regular dude. I just got to be honest with myself. I have ran a lot of really amazing saws. Some of them I've built, some of them others have built, And so what I'm getting at is, for a modern 60cc saw standard, it's nothing special. I really like it, and it might be one of my favorites because it's so pretty, and it's lightweight, it's small and compact, and I really dig it, really dig it. But at this point, I gotta be honest with y'all and with myself, and I'm going, is this the best 60cc saw ever made? No, not a chance in hell. There's a few right off the bat that I know I would give more attention to. The 562, even the Mark I, is really good. It's a little heavy, mind you, and I honestly don't really like it that much. But that thing, my ported one, would knock this thing's dick in the dirt.
And I ported this as well, and I did the best I could. I wanted it to be amazing. And can it get better? Of course it can. But same guy doing similar techniques and stuff, and you know, yeah, it can't hold a candle to that 562 Mark II. Sorry, you know, for you guys that like the old stuff. Also, that Makita, so far, through my hands, that is the most impressive 60cc saw I have ever ran. That thing is awesome. It is so freaking good. I really, really, really like it, you know. Now, you can make other saws run differently, you know, like the 620, if you wanted to build that thing to pull a long bar, it would have more torque than the Makita. And so, you know, there's differences and stuff, but for me personally, before, the nicest 60cc saw I had ever ran was a Steel 360 built by Charlie Briscoe that Smitty owns. That thing felt amazing to run, you know, and if I had them side by side, I might still choose that one. But as it is right now, I'm going, I love that Makita 6100 that I built. It is awesome. It's about 4 or 5 ounces heavier than the Steel, I think. Heck, it might be a whole pound. I don't know. But who cares? I mean, that's pretty close. They feel similar. So I'm excited. Morgan McGinnis, he's porting my 360, and I'm excited to see what he can do with that and everything. But as of today, we know 2 things. One, I can actually build a 357 XP without it having an air leak. Did it, right? So, I mean, this thing is great. You know, it's running fantastic. But as of right now, what's in my head is my personal favorite 60cc saw. It's that Makita all day long. That thing runs stellar. It's got the best easy start on the planet, and it revs to the moon, and it's got plenty of torque as well. So yeah, really digging on that thing.